Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to remove trim like this. So I don't want to get into a debate about chrome versus no chrome. I personally don't like chrome, it's not for me. For some people it might be. Maybe you want to remove this to redo it, maybe you want to remove it to replace it with black, maybe you want to just remove it. So I'm going to show you a way that you can remove this without damaging your paint, not having to scrape the car, and we're going to make a tool and we're going to use that to do this. I would say the best thing that would work for this would be a piece of like a dowel, like a wooden dowel, maybe 1.5 inches, something along those lines. I'm gonna be using a piece of 3/4 inch PVC because I don't have a wooden dowel here. I've used a piece of closet rod, actually works really well for this if you have a piece of that. So basically you want something that's, I don't know, maybe 10 inches, 12 inches, something thereabouts. Something like that. So we're going to take our pipe and we're going to drill 2 holes in it, 1 at each end. So I've got like a 3/16 inch drill bit. It doesn't have to be like a specific measurement, but you want it to be at the ends and you want them to be on the same plane, right? Okay. Just like that. So we've got a hole here, we've got a hole here. All right, I got a little sidetracked and now it's been 4 days and the car is tinted and a bunch of other stuff has happened. But let's finish this. So you take your piece of pipe, drill 2 holes all the way through it, and you want it to be like this, like 12 inches, something like that. The exact size doesn't matter, but something a little bit bigger than your hand so it's comfortable, right? So we take our fishing line, and what we want to do is let's tie a knot on this end. One of the 2 ends, doesn't matter which one. We're going to make a loop that's like a little bit bigger than the actual pipe itself. So let's stick that in there, or just kind of loop it around the pipe. We're going to take this other side, we're going to stick it through the hole, like that. On the other side of the pipe, we're going to put this through the other hole. And we're going to make that tight as we can. And then here, we're going to do another loop. And then again, we just want to make another loop that's around the same size as the pipe. So there's my other loop, right? So we can cut this tail off. So now take the other end, loop it over the top, and basically what we've made is like this handle, right? And there's other ways you could tie the knot, there's other ways that you could loop this. This is just how I do it. So basically this is what you want. If you've got heavy duty line like this, that's gonna be best. So basically what we wanna do is we wanna just kind of hook it around the edge, and we're gonna pull it straight back. And what this is going to do is it's going to cut the, there's like a 3M double stick adhesive behind here, and it's going to cut it as you pull it down. And I'm just putting a little bit of pressure behind this trim as I pull out, because the trim is made of metal and it'll actually cut the line if you don't. So we're just going to keep going. It's not actually metal, it's like a plasticky, coated in metal kind of thing. So there we go, and that's removed. So now what's left on here is double stick adhesive, which we could remove pretty easily with some tar remover or something along those lines. So I'll do the same thing here, get this one started. If you have trouble getting it started, like getting it behind, you could use like a plastic pry bar or something like that just to get the edge going. And also a little bit of back and forth motion on this, like a sawing motion kind of, can help to cut through anything that's difficult. So this is what's left. And now what we can do is we can clean this up. We can use a plastic scraper to get off the excess. This is a plastic razor blade. I'd recommend picking some of these up. Amazon has them, a lot of other places do too. but they are kind of a nice to have thing. And we can use this to remove the heavy adhesive. So the places where it's thick. Here we have some Tarex, the OG Tarex, not the new California safe Tarex. So put a little on there, let it sit for a bit. So once we remove the trim and all the adhesive, we're looking to see if there's anything left behind. Everything looks good. All right. So we're just going to use my 3-inch polisher and we'll run it on the slowest speed. So there we are. So now we're just going to do the same for this one, and basically let me show you what the car looks like without this. So here's what the car looks like without it. I think it's a pretty big difference, and I actually prefer this look quite a bit. All right, so that's all for today. Nice, easy way to do something like this. Maybe you're removing this trim because you don't like it. Maybe you're removing it to reinstall. Maybe you're removing it to do paint protection film or to wrap your car with vinyl, or for a variety of reasons. The tool's practically free. Most houses are going to have something laying around that you can use as a handle. You know, I used a wooden broom handle one time. I used a piece of closet rod one time. You know, this time I obviously used a piece of PVC. The size of the PVC doesn't really matter. And then I think most places, most houses have some fishing line somewhere, some fishing equipment. You know, this is from my kids' tackle box. So, you know, pretty easy to get what you need, and pretty cheap tool. You can buy something like this on Amazon, but most of them have a metal wire on them, and I worry about that scratching up the car. So I'd prefer doing something like this with fishing line. Fishing line, you're gonna be hard pressed to scratch your car. And there are other ways that you can do it without the handle. You know, you could take this and like wrap it around your finger, and you could do 2 hands or something along those lines. But I like the piece of pipe because it's easy to grab onto. It keeps the line spread out where it needs to be. And it's just a pretty easy way that I found to do this. And I've done it 3 or 4 times now over the years. So that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.